going? Welcome to your IMBOLC ritual. Today we're going to do a candle magic spell with some purification and healing and powerful intention setting, and I'm so excited to get started. But if you're new here, hey, I'm Melissa. I'm an energy witch, a transformational coach, and Reiki master, and we are going in deep with some energy magic and candle magic as well. So let's get into it. You are going to need today a candle, a lighter, and it really doesn't need to be anything fancy. Even if you got like a tea light from the dollar store, that is totally fine. And you're gonna need a pen and something to write on. If you want to just grab 2 pieces of paper or your journal, that'll be plenty. And let's get into it. I just want to share some details about IMBOLC, and actually it's pronounced IMBOLC with the B being silent, and it really is the midway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So it's like the beginning of hope. It's more light in the days, more warmth, buds sprouting up, and it is celebrated on February 1st and 2nd this year. Sometimes it's a little bit later, but it really is that exact midpoint between the two seasons. It's, heralding spring, the period of rebirth, right? So it's a time to really start thinking about your intentions for the new astrological year, which begins when spring begins as well. IMBOLC is also known, or IMBOLC rather, is also known as Candlemas. So it really is a time to do candle magic, and it's a time of ritual cleansing and purification as well, which is what we're going to be doing here today. IMBOLC is also a celebration of the goddess Bridget, who has 3 aspects. So she's a triple goddess, right? So that means she's the maiden, mother, and crone. And her maiden version is the version of her, or the aspect of her that is celebrated on IMBOLC, right? So she's the goddess of healing, of midwifery, of poetry, of silversmithing, and I think I'm forgetting one. Anyway, those are some pretty solid ones, and if you feel drawn to connecting with Bridget or even just learning more about her, that is a really great way to celebrate IMBOLC as well. But now really is that crucial time to connect with her, and we're going to do that in today's ritual as well. We are diving right in today. We are not wasting time, so get the index finger of your dominant hand and we'll draw a clockwise circle all around us, setting the intention that we be protected in all directions of space and time. And so it is. And then we will light the candle to signify the beginning of the ritual. Ooh, we've got a strong flame going. All right. And now I'm just gonna do some smoke clearing. So I'm gonna send you some purifying energy. And as always, I always send Reiki energy healing throughout space and time to reach you, whoever is watching this. So just know that if you are open to it, you can receive Reiki energy healing and receive this purifying energy right now. Just breathe deeply and just take this moment to settle into the present moment. Just land where you are. Feel what you're feeling. Give yourself a moment to connect with yourself. And if you haven't, make sure that your candle is placed far enough away from you that if you are taking some deep breaths, you won't accidentally blow out your candle until the ritual is actually done. So just breathe and arrive at this moment. We'll take this chance now to ground our energy, so you can visualize your root chakra at the base of your spine, sprouting roots, wrapping around your pelvis, moving down through your thighs, wrapping around your knees, going down through your calves, wrapping around your ankles, and going out through the soles of your feet, through all of your toes, and then deep, far and wide into the earth, penetrating all layers of the earth, and wrapping around the core of the earth, tethering you, drawing your energy downward. There's often an image of Bridget sort of buried underground with this little fire, and she's getting ready. She's fixing to sprout when spring comes up. So that's how we're feeling now. We're like seeds in the earth. So deep cleansing breath, slowly in through the nose. Feeling yourself grounded, and slowly out through the mouth. Letting go, releasing, relaxing. Feeling this wave of purifying and soothing, healing energy coming down over your head. And this is the Reiki energy healing coming down and drawing away all that doesn't serve you. And you'll feel also the fire energy beneath the earth, this IMBOLC energy. And we'll draw it up from the lower layers of the earth up through your body, sparking your inspiration, waking up what maybe has been dormant since Yule, since the winter solstice. And now I want you to grab your journal, grab your piece of paper and your pen, and I really want you to think about what you're ready to release. So take a moment to write down, I have released. So you want to use past tense, I have released. And then just list out anything that you've noticed that you really no longer serves your highest good. So this can be limiting beliefs, this can be dynamics, this can be relationships, friendships, habits that you're ready to let go of, patterns of behavior, patterns of thought, fears. What's been holding you back? What are you ready to finally let go of? Just write it down. And if you need to, and if you want to take some extra time, you can pause the video and really just go to town, jotting everything down that comes to mind, all the while breathing deeply and trusting that this ritual will allow you to release all that no longer serves you. And when you are complete, you're going to fold the paper, okay? And you're gonna fold it away from you. So you have it like this, or actually, it's hard to describe, but you're folding it away from you, okay? So fold it away from you once, and then rotate it counterclockwise, fold it again away from you, okay? So this is how you wanna fold things when you wanna release them. You fold them away from you and you rotate counterclockwise instead of clockwise. So fold it until it's small enough that you can place it in your hands like this, okay? And once that's done, hold that between your palms and stare into the flame of your candle. So staring into the flame of your candle, set the intention that all that you wish to release, be released, be burnt away by the power of fire. And just breathe deeply and feel yourself releasing all that no longer serves you, breathing deeply. The power of your intention, the power of your will is what makes it so. Now, just allow me to send Reiki energy throughout your entire energetic field to draw out all of the blocks, everything that no longer serves you, any residue of negative patterns. So breathe deeply as both the fire energy and the Reiki energy do their cleansing and purification work. Clearing also the spaces that you operate in. So clearing your home, clearing your vehicle, clearing your workspace, clearing the places that you frequent regularly. So breathe deeply and allow this transformation to take place, this deep purification to take place. And when this feels complete, you can put the paper to the side. There are some options for how you can proceed afterward with this piece of paper. You can bury it, you can safely burn it like over the sink or over a bowl of water, and then that way you've really fully cleansed it. So many ways to just dispose of this piece of paper to make sure. And I mean, if you want to be a lazy witch about it, you really can just throw it out and that's plenty. So you don't really need to overthink it. What we have done here energetically will be powerful enough to help you release all that no longer serves you. We're gonna move now into the part of this ritual where we set powerful intentions, where we plant the seeds that will sprout in the spring and in the summer. So I really want you to focus on the next 90 days and what you want to call in for the next 90 days, what you want to make happen for the next 90 days, okay? Or you're going to pick 3 main intentions, okay? So before you start writing, what are you calling in? And really be smart and intentional about this. Don't just set the same old intentions that you always set. Really take a minute to pause, because sometimes we aim too low and that's not effective. And sometimes we're so unrealistic that we don't actually fully believe in our intentions, and that makes us emotionally disconnect from them, right? And that takes all the power away from our intentions. So focus, okay? Focus on what, among all of the infinite possibilities, the sweet spot will be to aim high enough that it's a stretch, but not so much of a stretch that you actually don't believe it's possible, okay? So once you've decided on your 3 intentions, I want you to write them down again in either present or past tense. So I have gotten, I am, I have created, right? And I want you to write down your 3 intentions, taking the time to word them just right. And I don't want you to write, I want. No, I already have this. I'm already doing this. I've already done it. It's done. It's here. So you write your 3 intentions down. And again, allow me to infuse your intentions with Reiki energy. As you write, just know that these manifestations are getting supercharged. And when you're done writing, you can either close your eyes or once again stare into the flame of your candle and really visualize the unfolding of your manifestations, okay? And as you do that, I want you to connect emotionally with them, okay? So feel the way it's gonna feel when they're here, because they are here. So feel it. Feel that your manifestations have unfolded with ease. They are here now for you. What does that make possible? How does that make you feel? How exciting, how relaxing, how well taken care of you feel, how satisfied. So breathing and remaining emotionally connected to your desires here. Really stay here. We're really going to milk the emotions. So if you want to linger on each intention individually, or if you want to visualize just your dream life with all of these manifestations already unfolded. But I want you to stick to that 90-day time frame. What is the ideal unfolding? What would be the most exciting thing for your life to look like in the next 90 days? In 90 days, it'll be mid-spring. And there are so many possibilities here for you, and they are here, they are at your door. So feel them. Feel those emotions washing over you. Really dwell on them. Well done. Well, now take a moment to connect with and pray to the goddess Bridget. So you can put a hand on your heart. You can fold up your piece of paper with your intentions. So this time you're going to want to fold it towards you. So fold it towards you, rotate clockwise, fold it towards you again, and rotate clockwise. So you can do this, and then you can have it, you know, between your palms and then onto your heart like this, or whatever feels good to you. And just repeat after me. Mighty Bridget, keeper of the flame, blazing in the darkness of winter. O Goddess, we honor you. Bringer of light, healer, exalted one. Bless us now, Hearth Mother. And we may be as fruitful as the soil itself. And our lives as abundant and fertile. And so it is. Now, there are some additional things that you can do to expand on this ritual, and they're actually really fun things. So one of my favorite things is to create a sigil. So you have your 3 intentions, okay? And what you're gonna wanna do to create a sigil out of your intentions, which I have one right there. So you can make it as artsy and extra as you want, or you can keep it really simple, okay? So what you would do for creating your sigil is you have your intention. Now you're gonna cross off all of the vowels in your intention, and you're gonna cross off the double consonants. So you really just have one consonant of each that is in your intention. Okay? Then once you have your list of consonants, you're gonna start using those lines and those curves and those shapes to create a sigil, okay? So for example, if there's a C in my intention, I always love it because I can turn it into a crescent moon. But even if you have like a D, you can deconstruct the letters, and whatever curve you have, you can turn it into a crescent moon, and you can either like break apart letters to just, their lines so that you can play around with it. Or you can like put 2 letters together. So let's say you have like a B and a D, you can put them back to back. Really, sky is the limit here, but you can really just play around and create a symbol that represents your intention. And then that way you can keep it on your altar like I do, and then I'll Reiki charge my sigil, or I'll just look at it and connect with the intention of it and really just reconnect emotionally with my desires. So this is something that you can do for the next 90 days with your intention. So that's an option. Something else is that since Imbolc falls on the 1st of the month, you know that I have to tell you guys about my cinnamon spell. It's not my cinnamon spell, but it's the spell that I use every 1st of the month, and it works, y'all. It really works. So all you need is some powdered cinnamon, and you basically sprinkle some onto your non-dominant hand, and then you step on the threshold of your front door, and you blow the cinnamon out of your front door to like clear and purge any energy from the past month that no longer serves you. So it's a very purifying thing. And then you go get some more cinnamon, put it in the palm of your hand, and then you stand outside your front door looking in with the door wide open, and then you blow the cinnamon into your home, imagining that you're blowing in abundance and new opportunities and positive experiences and love and harmony. So obviously the cinnamon does the magic, but I really do believe that it's your intention and your will that actually makes the magic happen. So take a moment, don't just like go through the motions with this thing, okay? Put the cinnamon in there and take a moment to just visualize what you're releasing. You can rethink, you can revisit your list of what you're releasing and think about that for a minute, and then blow it out and imagine all of that is going out your front door, and then think about what your intentions are and blow that into your front door as well. I'm telling you, it's so powerful. It's so incredibly powerful, especially if your will and your intention is really powerful too. Now, it's also, like I said, Imbolc is a time of purification and cleansing. So if it's been a while or if you're due to clean your home, definitely do that, okay? At least, you know, freshen up your altar space, you know, clear everything off, wipe it down, get the incense dust and all that dust and pet hair off of your altar, wipe down all of your elements, maybe switch things up. You can even put some things to honor the goddess Bridget or to honor the coming of spring, or you can put a bunch of candles, whatever, right? Like literally Google IMBOLC altar and you're gonna have a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be really interesting. There are so many little things that you can do for IMBOLC, but I'm an energy witch. So this is really my jam, to do energy cleansing and energy purification and infusing my intentions with Reiki. You guys know I'm a Reiki master and I'm an energy witch, and I really do feel in my element when I'm working with energy. But again, if you feel more drawn to kitchen witchcraft, or you feel more drawn to crystals or element magic, then explore that. I really do encourage you to do that and make up your own ritual. But like this, you've got your bases covered energy wise, and I hope that you do feel better. But I just wanted to expand a little bit on what my view of energy witchcraft is, right? So when I first discovered energy healing, it really was like I discovered a dormant power, and I just immediately understood it, and it just immediately felt so familiar, right? And my method really did involve intuitively, and I later learned that the way that my method developed is actually how my ancestors performed magic as well, which really blew my mind at the time, okay? Italian folk magic has been around for millennia, and I actually performed a folk magic spell this morning, which is wild. So anyone that knows Italian folk magic probably has heard of malocchio, which is the evil eye, and I did a spell to check if I had it and got rid of it. So this stuff is real and it definitely works, just like the cinnamon magic. A lot of the folk magic was more geared toward herbalism, and these kinds of spells with malocchio is, you know, a bowl of water with olive oil and salt, and it's a whole thing. But other folk witches would enter a trance-like state and would be able to find the person's blocks or where the disease was, and they would be able to clear them away, receiving guidance on how to move forward, and then maybe consulting with, you know, an herbalist or like an herbal witch or a green witch. But it would really be more focused on the energy of the person and receiving psychic guidance about how the person can move forward. And that's, like, when I learned this, it blew my mind, because I was like, that's what I do. That really is what I do. And my belief is that for true healing, we do need to integrate multiple layers of the ecosystem of our lives, right? So of course there's the community aspect, which is having a safe space to speak your truth, to be heard, to be seen, to be understood, to be accepted for who you truly are, right? And to be nurtured and to be helped by others and to help others, right? So these are that's a very essential part of healing in my book. You cannot heal alone. While I do advocate for self-healing, that's not the end all be all, okay? There needs to be a community aspect, absolutely. And then of course there's like the cognitive and emotional work of processing emotions, of pinpointing blocks and limiting beliefs and fears and trauma and where they come from, and doing that kind of work that maybe you would do in therapy or in coaching, journaling and hypnosis and that kind of thing. And then there's like the physical and the energetic, right? Which is releasing that trauma and those emotions and that energy that is stored in the body and in the energetic field, right? And this is where cord removal comes in, and removing karmic ties and generational trauma, and of course energy healing, which is what I do, right? And I use this process, these three pillars of healing basically, right? So community, the mental and emotional aspect, as well as the physical and the energetic aspect. And I really do use this process in all of the work that I do ultimately, right? So in my one-on-one program, I'm really focused on hitting all of these. And I do have a program called Harness Your Magic, which addresses all of these and then some. And in order to really help my clients transform their lives, upgrade, and really heal on the deepest level so that they can manifest their desires really rapidly, right? Once we remove the blocks, things speed up so quickly and it's so magical. And I do have one spot actually opening mid-February in this program. So if you're curious about what we do in there, what we cover, and if you'd like to apply, there is a link in the description below. So there's all of the details in there, and you can apply directly on that page as well. So definitely check that out. I would love to work with you, and I really only work with people that I feel I really jive with, hence the application form, so I can just get a sense of who you are. And obviously there's no obligation for anything. You can just fill out the application form and then decide if it's right for you. And then I also teach these 3 pillars of healing in my own signature method of healing in my Heightened Healing program, which I'm really excited to announce that I'm opening a new cycle for. So my Heightened Healing program is a Reiki certification program. So it's a self-study Reiki certification program, and there's weekly group coaching and actually some one-on-one support as well, which is really cool and something that I haven't seen anywhere else. So you've got the community aspect with the group coaching with weekly office hours with me, and then you have the one-on-one voice and text message support. So you not only are fully supported in becoming like a super powerful badass healer, but you get one-on-one coaching with me on anything that comes up in the duration of the program. So I really think that as we are in this process of becoming, of transforming, of, up-leveling to the Reiki practitioner status, I think it's so important to work on confidence, to work on your own blocks, to get the support that you need, and to be part of a community or like a coven, so that you can be really fully guided and supported, so that you can be as ethical, as in integrity, and as powerful as you can be. So this program really is for anyone who is looking to take their own healing journey in their own hands and get fully supported, right? And really clear their blocks and manifest like a boss. And that's level 1. Then level 2 is for you if you feel really called to serve others, to perform healing, to perform distant healing, and to potentially turn it into a business and become a full-fledged practitioner and have that be your job or a side hustle. And then level 3 is the master level. So if you have the vision of spreading the gift of Reiki and becoming a Reiki master like me and being able to teach and certify other practitioners, then that's the level. So there's also the option really to just do level 1 and start there for your own self-healing and do in-person healing. You can, if you're already attuned to level 1, you can just do level 2, or you can do all 3, you can do 2 or whatever. So sky's the limit. If you feel like you wanna start on your Reiki journey or continue on your Reiki journey, Heightened Healing is absolutely for you. I really would love it if you would check it out and just see what's included, because not only do you learn the Reiki basics in what you would learn in a typical and every other Reiki certification program, but I also teach my signature method that covers those 3 pillars of healing, which is community, doing the subconscious reprogramming of shifting your beliefs and removing fears and removing blocks, and then of course the physical and the energetic with somatic releasing and the Reiki energy healing, and really putting into practice that spiritual work in a really powerful way. So all of the details for the Heightened Healing program on all of the levels can be found again in the link in the description. So check that out, whether you want to join Harness Your Magic or Heightened Healing, all of that info is below. But I really do hope that you enjoyed this IMBOLC healing and ritual, and I hope that you feel cleansed and purified. Don't forget to do your cinnamon magic, and if you plan to do your sigil, definitely do that. So if you're planning to do your sigil like right now, make sure you still have your candle lit. You can play around with it, and then once you're done, just pinch the wick of your candle, and that's complete. Ta-da! Don't be afraid, you're a real witch now. Oh my goodness, I had the best time with you. I hope you have the most blessed IMBOLC, and I wish you the most beautiful day.